but I can see the wall starting to light up now, and I think it's going to be really pretty, photographic wise, once this rain lets up. But it's a giant quagmire out in front of that wall right now, and but that might makes for some good photos. Frequently, the wet wall. I'm not sure what this one's made out of, but the wall, along with some reflective light on the ground, might actually make it look pretty nice. We're going to be optimistic about it when we get back out there and start shooting. Hi, it's Steve. You'll notice a couple of things different for this video. Number one is Mike is not here. No, I have not hurt him and attempted to take over his YouTube channel. Instead, Mike went riding his bike today. He rode from his house to this location, and then he rode around town a little bit, put in about 10 miles, and hurt his back. So as far as I know, he's frozen on the floor. And if anyone wants to put some comments down below about how to overcome a hurt back, you're welcome to go ahead and do so. I'm sure he'd enjoy them. The second thing is that I'm not going to do some landscape photography today. Instead, there's a exhibit over my shoulder here, something called the Healing Wall. And it's a miniature version of the Vietnam Wall that's found in Washington, D.C. And this one travels the country. And it's here for, I guess, a week is how long it'll be here. They put it up a couple of days ago, and I know it'll be here through the weekend. And so I'm going to see what kind of pictures I can get of it, because the golden hour is just about upon us, and then I definitely want to get some shots at night. And so I'll go over there and I'll get some information, and I'll tell you what my preconceived ideas are. And by the way, the sky, I'll tilt up a little bit so you can see the sky. Overcast, kind of patchy sun coming out. It's going to peek through here in just a second. But we have some stray thunder showers, which is kind of a bad deal because right over the hill over there, Waynesville High School is attempting to have their graduation ceremony right now. I taught there for 32 years, and so I have an idea of how important that is to them. And it will be a real bummer to have it rain on them to start with, but to have a thunderstorm, that would be bad. But anyway, we're here at the Healing Wall in the Waynesville City Park in the middle of the Ozarks. And so we're going to get some information and start to line up some pictures. All right, I stopped by the information tent, got a little bit of information, picked up some brochures right here, which I'll read about a little bit later on. But more importantly, they had some volunteers there that could look up names and locations for them. Back there on the wall, there's the wall in the background. But anyway, I only know one name on the wall, and I never met the person. I think I was 1.5, 2 years old when they passed away. But a friend of mine, it's her father's name. And so they were able to look it up. They wrote it down on a piece of paper, so I'll go look at that spot, and I'll try to work some photos around it. Which reminds me, we need to talk about preconceived ideas. And because the wall is this really long, and it's not very tall, I think it's maybe 6 feet tall. Well, I guess taller than that, 10 feet tall. It's long and not very tall, but it's kind of begging for a panoramic shot. So we're going to give that a try from down low. I'm also going to attempt to get some night shots and get at some extreme angles and maybe play with the depth of field a little bit, is what the plan happens to be. All right, it's the worst possible news for graduation. Clap of thunder, got some rain going on, but the rain is incredibly spotty. I mean, it was literally raining across the road and not on me. But now it's starting to rain on me, but I'm going to hang it out. Try taking a panoramic of the wall. Let me see if I can I'll get a B-roll of that here in a second. But anyway, it's quite impressive. It's powerful. I've seen the wall in Washington, D.C. This one is scaled down. The names are smaller, but there's still an awful lot of names. And having names rather than numbers kind of moves it from a bunch of statistics to closer to being actual people. And I found my friend's father's spot on the wall. The docents kept offering to have me do an etching, but she has an etching already. And she'll probably come out here, at least she might, to see this for herself. But anyway, I've tried to shoot a panoramic, and I'd like to try again once the rain lets up. And I know I'm going to try to do one once it's dark, so I'll be here another hour or so shooting this. All right, been sitting in the truck for about 5 minutes now. Windows are all steamed up. And in case you didn't know, this is the city park of Waynesville, Rubidoux Park. And I live a whole 2 miles from here, if that. And Mike pretty much lives across the street from me, so he's 2 miles from here. And I've been texting him, because this is his channel after all. And as it turns out, it's not raining at home. What do you figure? But anyway, it is here. You could probably hear the drops getting really big. But anyway, we're still going to wait this out and try to take some more photos of the wall. While you're waiting on us, go ahead and like us down there. Subscribe to Mike's channel, and you can see us take Milky Way photos, mill photos, moving streams, and hopefully learn a thing or two, because we have an awful good time doing it. But anyway, for now, I'm just going to wait this out. Oh. All right, we have a little break in the action now, but I don't think it's over, so I'm kind of hanging next to my truck. The sky's real pretty. I took some pictures of the clouds. I'll insert those here in a little while when I'm making the video. But anyway, that storm just kind of grew right above us, like it didn't travel here from anywhere else. It just kind of sprouted out right on top of us. Like I said, it's not raining at Mike's house, and he lives 2 miles away, kind of off to the right there. But anyway, once I'm kind of satisfied, I'm going to travel light. I'm just going to take my camera and leave the bag in the truck, and I'll head over there with my tripod and see what kind of shots I can get and be ready to run back here, I suppose. All right, I did my best to stay close to the truck. Not close enough. It's raining again. I've pretty much soaked through my shoes, raincoat, but my camera has stayed dry. The lens does not have any water drops on it, so the lens hood was good for that, I suppose. But I can see the wall starting to light up now, and I think it's going to be really pretty, photographic-wise, once this rain lets up. But it's a giant quagmire out in front of that wall right now, but that might make for some good photos. Frequently, the wet wall, I'm not sure what this one's made out of, but the wall, along with some reflective light on the ground, might actually make it look pretty nice. We're going to be optimistic about it when we get back out there and start shooting.